Okay, now comes the fun part. Now comes the... we have to go back. It's a little bit complicated because you gotta like hover and then be right at chest height. Not too high because if you hit the wall you die. But oh no. It's been long enough that I want to go back and play Fallout again. Should we do that, Chad? Should we play Fallout? Oh wait, I think I got it. Let's go. Look at that. Don't move the mouse, just stay perfectly in the center and we can zoom through the entire pathway. Oh, look at that. It's so good. Oh my god. I think this might be the best run yet. Look at that. Zoom. Ah. Oh, wait. Oh. Woo. Woo. You know what? Ow. Oh my god, that's so much damage. I had like a kind of a breakdown back in college. This is a long time ago. But I had some kind of a breakdown. And the realization was I didn't know if I had a personality. I didn't know if I had something unique that made me me. Because my realization was... or like the way that I had thought of my realization was that I don't have a personality. I'm just taking bits and pieces of my friends' personalities and then just kind of mishmashing them together into like a big chunk of what would be personalities, you know? So back then, the reason why I had the breakdown was I was still in that mindset of who am I? Like who is Shinri? You know? I was still in that mindset. And then I realized I didn't know the answer to who is Shinri. So that's when I had like the bit of a breakdown. It's like, wait, do I really like playing this game because I like it? Or do I like it because my friends like it and all my friends are playing it? You know? Or do I like this food because I actually like the food or because it's something that my friends always eat? Like, that kind of stuff, you know? It took me a while, but nowadays I don't really worry too much about that. It's kind of like, yeah, this is me. That's it. You know, do I feel jealous of other people and their personalities? Things that come naturally to them? Of course. But, you know, I can't really change who I am like that. I'm not going to go from me to, say, someone like Gerard out of the blue. I want to know what like aliens think of raisin bread. Wait, we can give them chocolate chip cookies first, and then we give them raisin cookies? That way they can feel the disappointment when they bite into it. They're like, oh, it's chocolate again? Nom nom. Wait a minute, this is not chocolate, this is raisin. And they will feel that exact same disappointment we do. And they'll be like, you now understand a quintessential human experience. Robert Ducky, thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you. You know, I'll probably destroy the earth. Hey Haka, hello Hakitos. Konnichiwa, welcome. Okay, what other kind of quintessential human experiences are there that we could introduce aliens to? For me, I think one of the most essential human experiences is probably like pebbles in your shoe. Wet socks, oh my goodness. Wet socks, no, wet socks are terrible. I think wet socks are pretty high up there with like pebbles in your shoe. It's a pretty good experience. Oh, wait, no, specifically it's pebbles in your shoe when you have a pebble like that's annoying your foot, right? And then you're hiking, so... Oh my god. You're hiking and you have a pebble in your shoe, so you have to take your shoe off in order to get the pebble out. But chat, but there's no place to put your foot down, so you have to do that awkward like one leg hop up and down so that you can shake the pebble out of your shoe. Because if you can't put your foot down, because what are you gonna do? You know, your socks are gonna hit the ground, and then your socks are gonna get all that dirt and twigs and stuff, right? So you have to do that one leg foot hop thing to try to shake the pebble out of your shoe and then try to put it back on. I think that's like a very universal human experience. I think everyone has experienced that at some point, you know? And then you don't find the pebble at all. Yeah, you shake the shoe and it's empty. There's nothing in there. Even worse, you check, you double check, it's empty. You put it back on and you still feel it. And it's like, oh my God. And then you realize like it's a pebble that is so small, it's like lodged itself in the weave of your socks, I mean. So then you have to take the sock off and then like do that weird like poke thing where you like push the pebble out. And it's inside, exactly. Yeah. The worst thing ever. When did this become a horror stream? There's a couple of like millennials on TikTok who do like explanation videos. They're like, okay, here is Gen Z lingo for millennials, and it's this like nice woman who just kind of very calmly explains what all the Zoomer terminology is. And that's where I learned where things like gat and Rizzler. I learned those terms because of that, because other people are going out there and then getting humiliated by the Zoomers. And then learning and sharing their experiences with us. Yeah, so apparently gat, G-Y-A-T, is it's a word used to express how like, oh, what's the phrase that they use? It's used to like describe like the thickness of someone's booty. And it's like when you pronounce like goddamn, but like you pronounce it with like a lot of emphasis because of how like bodacious the booty is. So you go like goddamn or something like that. And that's where the phrase gat by itself comes from, because it originally came from that phrase apparently. So instead of just saying, you know, goddamn, what a nice ass, right? They just say like, yeah. And that's supposed to be enough to convey the rest of the context of that. The new age leet speak. Yeah. It's fun though. I like it. Oh, and another thing, emote usage, I think is really fun. It's really, really fun to see. And by emote usage, I mean things like, millennials. Okay, so boomers and Gen Z, or boomers and Gen X, sorry. Boomers and Gen X will laugh by saying ha ha ha, and then they'll end with the weird ellipses. Like they always end with ellipses, right? But millennials will do that. Millennials will laugh with lol, lamau, raffle. Raffle's kind of old now. I don't see many people using raffle. I see lots of lamaus and lols, right? And then Gen Z laugh with keyboard smashes. Yeah, the ha 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 and the ellipses. I don't know why they always use the ellipses, but they always do that. Free Spirit fan, okoidi, okoidi. Do you know what happens with the phantom taxes? I have no idea. I don't know about that one either. I'm not sure where that one comes from. But now, like, Zoomers, they laugh with key smashes, right? And then nowadays, with Alpha, as Gen Alpha is becoming more online, I believe they're around, what, 13 to 20? Like, they're in their teens now. So they're, like, in the process of becoming more online and prevalent. So, like, their language, their speak is becoming more commonplace now. Yeah, early teens, right? So they're going online, and the way they talk is through either emojis or implied commands to others that signify context, right? So they say like, Gen A isn't 20 yet. Okay, yeah, they're still like in teens. They're still teens, right? So the way they'll laugh is, instead of typing out lol, lamau, or keyboard smashing, what they'll do is they'll just drop a skull emoji. Or they'll scream help, capital, like in capital letters, help, exclamation mark. and they'll like tag a friend or something, right? And that's the way they laugh on stream, because it's like, oh my god, this is so funny, it killed me, and they skull emoji, right? Or they say help, as in like, help, I can't breathe, this is so funny, my stomach is in pain from all the laughing. Or like, help, tag a friend, right? Calling them over, hey, look at this really funny thing that I just saw, right? And they don't say that they're laughing. They imply an action like screaming help, right? That comes along with it, the additional context of I'm laughing so hard that I need help. Like that's the implication there, right? So it's really cool to see how different generations communicate in that way. It's so fun. Some of us in Gen Z do that too. Yeah, you're like at the threshold right there between the transition period. Kind of like some Zillennials nowadays, the ones that end up somewhere between millennial and Zoomer. They kind of pick up on the speech patterns of both generations. Yeah, exactly. Help and then skull emoji. That's all it is, but it's enough to convey the message, and I love it. Somewhere? On this side? Wait. Oh no, am I lost? Did I lose where it popped out? What light is this? Oh, it's the glow moss. Oh my god. What? Oh, that could have been bad. That could have been really bad. Oh my goodness.